You want to be somebody, you want to change your life, you want to change your lifestyle. Where you starting at? What's your new? I just want to be a new person. I want to be a better parent. I want to be a better mother. I want to be, a better spouse. Whatever it is. What steps are you truly making to get to your new?
Welcome to the Breakthrough Podcast with your host, Reba Hobbs, a podcast motivated to help survivors of trauma heal and focus on their full potential.
Welcome back to another episode of the Breakthrough Podcast. I have been gone, but thank you for coming back and listening. I've been gone for the month of August. Technically only because the month of August I take off to spend time with my kids and pretty much get them right back in track on getting ready for school. But it'll be the last month, so a lot of stuff needs to be focus my mind, focus on a lot of stuff that I want. Each year when I get into August, September, around that time, I start thinking about things I want to change, things I want to change in my life, things. So it'd be a whole switch around when August comes. August be like a recalibrate month for me. I'm sitting outside because it's beautiful. Yes, the sun is in my eyes, but I don't care. I just got work. I got some exciting news. I got a lot of stuff for y'all. Okay? A lot of stuff has been happening. A lot of good stuff. And then it was a lot of stuff that's been on my mind that I need to talk about, but we're going to talk about it. First of all, welcome back to the Breakthrough Podcast. I am Reba for the new people that's listening. If you're here, you already know who I am. I'm a breakthrough coach. I coach or mentor right now because it's more mentoring, not coaching. People that has been through childhood trauma and helping them heal. And that's what I do technically as a coach, but pretty much I'm mentoring. And the reason why I'm mentoring is because I haven't pretty much got paid for it yet. And so most of the people that I'm mentoring, I'll say mentoring, quote unquote, is my family, my friends. So it's fine. God gonna open up the door when it's time. I feel like it's getting close. So I am thankful for just this time that I had for the summer. I'm so thankful that summer is over. If you know me, I'm not really a summer person, but this summer was a little different. This summer was me to recalibrate after the stroke and think about what's important to me. And after having a stroke at the beginning of the summer, I pretty much was like, okay, I evidently need to sit down. Me focusing on every day to not worry that it's going to happen again at whatever time it may happen, or if it may happen, because I'm claiming it's not going to happen again. But as we all know, when you have one stroke, you're prone to having more. That we just got to state the facts. But I believe God. So with that being said, me believing God, I still have to focus my mind on not having another stroke, but the things that bring like stroke activities, I gotta really work on. And that's what I've been doing this summer, trying to work on what's stressing you out, be truthful with yourself, what is actually stressing you out, and really talking about those things that's stressing me out, and really talking about what I need from certain people in my life. So that's what I've been doing all this summer. My kids are amazing. They have not changed. They are still amazing. My son went into his junior year of high school today, and he's a little nervous and overwhelmed. So pray for me, because I'm going to be working with him on that, because this is an important year for him. And then my daughter, she started first grade. I was so excited about that in itself, because I felt like I was about to start first grade. But I'm excited about that. So both of them are starting pretty much new important chapters in their life. And so I'm happy about that. I'm thankful for that. I'm also thankful for over the summer, God has placed me in a position where I found another job. So the other job that I told y'all about, the contract had ended, and I love that job so much that at the beginning of the summer, I looked for another job. I was literally contemplating like, oh my God, just working and just taking anything. But That didn't happen. But I knew my prayers that my shirt, if you see my shirt, it say pray on it, over it, and through it. Okay, but anyway, if you know me, I love prayer. I'm big on prayer, but I know that my prayers was I want to come something kind of in the same realm, same atmosphere. The job itself was so peaceful. So it was a great job where I was a reading tutor, so I pretty much assist and educate students on how to read, what their reading level is, and I get them to the next level. So that's basically what I do. So I wanted a job like that again. I ended up finding it with another company here in Wisconsin. So that has been just amazing because I just started last week. This is my second week, going to my second week. And we're still doing training and everything else. But with that being said, it's all new for me too. So new for my kids, new for me. So we all cultivating and figuring out some things. So I'm excited about that. We're figuring out things together. That's the crazy part. But with that being said, thank you again, because I had to take a break. I have to take a break. I usually take a break in August anyway, for coming back and listening. If you're on here and on this platform and you liked and share, you subscribe, you know my spiel. Like, share, subscribe. We are on YouTube. So if you listen to audio, go subscribe to YouTube and you can have both. Whatever. We're just gonna get right into the podcast. So everything I was talking about is new job for me. My son going to a new important year, junior year. You know, SATs, ACTs, college. One of them, I think, is ACTs, college applications. My daughter in first grade, as we all know, first grade is a new beginning. She was so excited today. Hopefully, she's still excited tomorrow. So everything is new. The reason why I want to talk about this is because around September, October is when I get to my mind, like I said earlier, to calibrate. I changed a lot of stuff. So I also changed my living room. Got new furniture. Like 2 weeks ago, I got the furniture I wanted. I've been having that furniture that I had since I was married before. Now this is a new chapter, so I want new furniture, and this is the furniture I want. My living room is peaceful and it's great, and it's like creamish white, some to that effect, cream white tan, something like that. But that's what I desired. So because I desired that, I'm happy about that. So that's new. But like I said, when I go into this season of new, I start changing my mind on. I really started thinking about, and I think I was telling William this last year, I started thinking about the new year and everything I want now. When September, October hit, I don't prepare for the new year when January come, when December come, like everybody else. I prepare for the new year now. So over the summer, I took a business class to write my first business portfolio for my business, for what I do, my life coaching business. And we had graduation August 31st, and I completed it. It was a 10-week course. It was amazing. It was overwhelming. It was new. It was overwhelming because I remember going halfway through it and we writing this business plan, because that's what we wrote, a business plan for me to put it out there where I can get money, finances for it, and everything else. And so if anybody know about what a business plan is. And so it was new for me, but it also, I knew what a business plan was because I went to business school, and that's what I graduated with my degree in, one of my degrees. So writing this business plan for this coaching business, it was new, but it was so exciting. It was fun. I remember going halfway through it, and I was like, oh, wow, this is really about to happen. And it made me think about what we really scared of when we have fear of going to the next level, doing something new, changing. We're really fearful of succeeding, not failing. And so what it looks like to succeed. And so me reading through the business plan and everything was getting completed and everything, I was like, wow, this is really happening. And we have a goal on there that I start, the business plan in January. So it gives me time. But at the same time, like I told you, I'm going to start stuff in January. I'm doing a lot of stuff now to make sure that it goes well and I can actually get what I need. Okay. So with that, my new is pretty much September, October. I love fall. Leaves change, the grass change, the atmosphere change, the weather change. It's comfortable, it's beautiful, it's not too hot. I don't like summer, if you know me. I don't like being hot. So this is one of my favorite seasons, winter. So with fall, there's everything new. So it changes my mindset. It starts changing what I do and what I look at. And so pretty much I wanted to talk about what's your new. Are you living to your standards or somebody else's standards? Or are you living with no standards and just waking up every day saying, okay, I'm just going to go willy-nilly? Are you actually working and developing everything that you want out of your life? Which means if I want this business plan to succeed, there are certain things every day I need to be working on. Yes, I have a job, a full-time job now. Yes, I am still a mother, spouse. So that doesn't change, but that does not change that I have goals and aspirations for myself, that there are certain things that I want. And so nobody should have to stop me from that. They're just a piece to get to where I need to go. What's your new? What do you think about that you need to change about yourself, and what are you doing to change it? It don't have nothing to do with it. It don't have to be just weight. It don't have to be a job. It could be something simple as every day I'm getting up and I'm going to pray at 4:30 in the morning. That's what I'm back to my 4:30 schedule. Summertime, I gave myself 5:30, 6 o'clock. I was really good. But today I was disciplined. I set that alarm last night at 4:30 and I got up. I was in so much pain over the weekend, over my feet and my ankles, because I was trying to help. I was having a barbecue, Labor Day barbecue for my kids, and it was nice. And so, but I was on my feet most of the day, and I cooked a lot of food, which my feet was sore. But I got up out of that bed at 4:30 in the morning, and I was tired, and I mean tired. But there are certain things I want for myself in my future, that there are certain disciplines that I just need to have. And me laying in the bed an extra hour may not seem like it's a big thing, but it is a big thing. For me, laying in the bed extra hour now that my kids are back in school throws me off, because baby girl got to be up at 6. Son got to be up at 5:45. He wakes up at 5. So it throws me off, because once they get up, I gotta get up, and I gotta be ready and all this stuff. What 4:30 does for me, it brings a peace to my mind, and I'm not having so much anxiety about the day. And I took care of myself first before I could have to take care of them. So it makes me have clarity. Also, things that I wouldn't even think to pray about, I listen to God. Sometimes when I pray, it ain't me just praying. Most of the time, I sit there and listen. I want to listen to what He has for me. Because I was telling William that sometimes we just pray, and we don't listen. Actually, to me, in my opinion, 80% of your prayer should be listening and not praying. Because sometimes I think He already know our needs. We pray the same repetitive prayers. And if you find yourself praying the same repetitive prayers, you got to ask yourself, is that because you desire that and you're being specific in your prayers, or is just something you just saying because you just want it, or you want it to happen, or it's a need or a want? Whatever is a need or want, it don't matter if it's a need or want. What I started doing in the last 3-4 years, being very, very specific in my prayers, and sometimes I write things down. Like perfect example, I ain't tell people this, but I want a house next year. I'm actually writing down, because literally in one of my prayers and over the summertime, God said, I need you to write these details of this house. And I was like, okay. And it took me, truthfully, a couple of weeks. And I was like, yeah, I know what kind of house I want. I know how many bedrooms I want. I know But truthfully, it took me a couple of weeks to be like, when I was praying, waking up praying, I told you I need you to write down these details of this house. It's the same way that the details of that car that I had, I prayed about every detail of that car and more. I got the details of that furniture. So just what people might think is small, that furniture that I wanted, it took me a month to really research the furniture that I wanted. I got it off Amazon and it was beautiful. It took me a month, but it actually was better than what I expected, but those details. So when I pray, it's about those details. And it was so funny because, to tell you the truth, with the furniture, it was this one certain couch I wanted, but Amazon kept on saying it was like $300 per delivery. And I was like, I can't see myself adding another $300 to a $700-800 couch. That's, I might as well buy $1,000 couch. So, and I think the couch wasn't more than like $600, to tell you the truth, on tax and stuff. And it was a nice couch. And I just couldn't see myself not getting this couch. Well, after weeks and weeks, I found this couch. And I finally found the couch I wanted. Some type of couch. And I wanted the seats. It was a certain seats and it was a certain color and everything else. I asked William to pick out 3. There's 3 options. 2 days before I actually ordered the couch. 3 different options. They all had $300 delivery. So he picked out one. Then I said, I just can't fathom paying $300 just for delivery for this couch. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I told him this. I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray and see if it works. If the couch is meant for me to have it, I'm going to go back on there in 2 days and I'm going to get that couch. Well, I went back on there in 2 days and found 3 different couches without $300 delivery that I wanted. Sent it to William. He picked out the one he wanted, and it was perfect. But just in that, what I'm talking about, new and praying for your new, but stepping out. We can't just keep on saying that we want something. I want to be this man. I want to be this woman. I want to do this. I want to do this with my life. I want to start this business. What are you doing every day to do it then? Sometimes I think we talk too much where we just don't listen to God because, one, it could be God telling us it's not the time to start that or do it. Or sometimes, 2, God could be giving us the realm to do it and we don't start it. And we could actually miss our blessings by not starting something that he's actually gifting us to do. So it could be 2 things. You're procrastinating and you're too late. Or it's just not even the right time and you're moving a little bit too fast. I've done both in my past, and that's why I'm talking about it, because I learned from it. I had to learn from what I was doing and saying, okay, I want this, but what are you doing to get it? What are the little steps that you're doing that you're confirming that it's going to happen? It don't take a month to look for a couch, truthfully, but it take a month to look for the couch that I desired, that I really wanted, that I need to come home from working hard to see this couch in my living room. To see the decorations that I worked, that I worked hard picking out. I say worked hard picking out because technically I didn't work for it. But regardless, that I worked hard picking out that I desired. I had to do, 1, the research. So that's 1. I had to do research first. 2, I had to act on it and make sure that it was what I desired. Is it 6 seats? Was it 7 seats? Research, and then, okay, what is the, what was people saying about the couch? Okay, what's the details of the couch? Going into configure everything. I had to do that. Then 3, I had to step out and ask God for it and see what he would say and wait. Technically, it wouldn't take 2 days, but at the same time, I really wanted to know because he knew I desired it. That's the same way with this car. When I got this car, I researched for months because I wanted this car. All I knew was I wanted the white Ford Explorer. White on the inside, white on the outside. And I researched. But with my cars, honestly, to tell you the truth, I do that every time it's from a car. I don't just jump by a car. I can't. It's got to be something I like. In each and every car I have got. Honestly, I could tell you it was a blessing. And that car lasted longer, or it was like had more kinks and whistles than it needed to have, and all that good stuff. So, but what I did was I researched. Then next what I did was I contacted dealers. It was this one dealer. It's funny because it was one dealer we actually supposed to get the car from. And for some reason, he did not have this car. He kept on trying. He sent me a whole nother car, different color. It was just, it had dents in the back, scratches. I was like, what do you mean? And it was just like, no, this ain't what I said I wanted. So you making me trying to settle for something I said I didn't want. That's another thing we do. When we get what we want, we just settle instead of waiting. So that same day, I was just like, I remember the dealer. I talked to the dealer over a year ago. Now let's go. I said months, but over a year ago, I took my kids up to this dealer, the Ford dealer of Kenosha. Shout out to Mike and Tristan. But to see this same car, and it was in a different color, it was gray. And I remember driving my kids around in it. They let me test drive it, and I was like, I want this car. So first of all, it's already in my head now. I was researching cars, but it still wasn't. It was like, nope, I want that car. I'm gonna have that car. A whole year later, and it wasn't that it took me a year later to research and everything else. I wasn't ready at that time. My car was doing everything you wanted to do at that time, and my love, my baby, she was Gracie Poo was on her last leg, but Gracie Poo knew, Gracie Poo knew it wasn't time for me to have that car, even a year before, and she was doing everything then. But I rode it until it was like, I can't do this no more. It's time for a new car. And I went back and I that dealer and said, and it's so funny because I contacted him 2 or 3 days before I had went to this dealer. And he was just like, I got it. The other dealer, I had to wait. He said, wait until next week. And I waited a whole week and get the up there. And he tried to give me something rinky-dink or whatever. So I contacted him 2 days before I got this car. And I was like, I just want this car, and this is kind of this car I want. I don't know if you remember me from a year ago, blah, 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 blah. He's like, got you. That man messaged me earlier that day before I went to that dealer, because I wanted to go to that dealer because I told him I would come back to him, because just my word is my bond. That's just who I am. I went to that dealer, and it wasn't right. Then automatically, me and William and my son was with me, and we left. And I was like, let's go to the other Ford dealer. I had talked to Tristan earlier. Maybe he got the car. So now this time I'm thinking, like, I ain't gonna get no car, but I'm just gonna leave my options open. Well, I got the car. And it has more bells and whistles. Lord Jesus. The car tells me that I'm tired. I gotta stop driving. It got more bells and whistles than anything. It's fully loaded, overloaded. But like I said all that to say, you want to be somebody, you want to change your life, you want to change your lifestyle. Where you starting at? What's your new? What's the new for you? In this new season, if you want to step out and say, by this time next year, August, September, I don't want to be this person. I don't want to have this much weight. I want to have a new house. I just want to be a new person. I want to be a better parent. I want to be a better mother. I want to be, a better spouse. Whatever it is. What steps are you truly? I say truly, because a lot of people say words and don't apply them. What steps are you truly making to get to your new? Because your new never changes. It's basically you're upgrading yourself to another level. So, meaning you might be in a new house, but it's still a house. I'm in an apartment, still new. My furniture is still new. Been in this apartment 5 years. It feels new to me because now I got new furniture. It's weird, but it does. It feels like it's some, pieces of me that I wanted. My car is new. It's still in the same garage that Gracie was in. That Angel Pearl, that's her name. She in the garage. Same garage. It's still new. What steps are you taking for your new? Stop being this person that word doesn't match up to what you're saying. All your actions, I say, doesn't match up to what you're saying. We all do it. We all step out to it. But I feel like this. Wherever you at from a year ago, from a year from now, you should be more congratulatory, happy. Oh, I'm so glad I'm nowhere. I say this all the time. Where I was at a year ago, which I was happy a year ago, but I'm so much better. I'm so much improved, more improved than I was. I'm a totally different woman just from a year ago. Your new has to change, but it changes with you. Make a determination first in your mind to change. Second, writing down the things that you need to write down. Praying about it, asking God, is it the right time? Or if it is the right time and you hear from him that it's the right time, stepping on the faith. Because like I was telling my son when he was scared about junior this morning, I literally told him everything gonna be new. But at the same time, you make it what it is. So if you want your junior year to be turmoil and oh my God, it's gonna be so hard. I gotta think about college, I gotta think about my future, I gotta think about everything else, and then these grades, and what if I don't? If you make it about all the negative that's in your head, then it's gonna be negative. If you make it about I can take the best I can do, I'm gonna do the best I can do, and this about to be fun. I told him, I said, I want your junior year to be fun for you. I want it to be the best year that you have. Because you're not stressing about it. Everything is new for you, but it's an exciting new. I told him about the job that I have right now. It's an exciting new. We're doing so much training at this job. We didn't do this at the job. We didn't do this much training. But it's fun. It's new. I love it. I am bringing me to a different company. It's new. Same thing I was doing, but it's new. My atmosphere and my mindset has to change. Just can't keep on doing the same thing and then wondering why your life is not planning out the way it needs to be planning out. So do me this favor. Every time around September, October, think about me. Think about how I change things for the new year in September, October. I do. I plan on things for the new year. If I want to buy a house, I don't want it to start the process in January. You don't want it to January. I'm trying to get the taxes together and make sure everything is, my P's and Q's and T's and I's are dotted and crossed. I'm trying to make sure everything is in order right now. Can't wait until January. Because the loan officer, the real estate agent, everybody else going to be looking for that money. Where's it at? What you doing with it? Where it's sitting at? Where your taxes at? You know. My point is, let your new be what you say your new is going to be. If you want to change and elevate your life, do it. We only get one life to live. And let's not waste our time, God's time. Most importantly, just living and existing every day. It could be dragging, it could be depressing, it could be, life got its own challenges. It got its own circumstances. If I could tell you that everything in my life is so happy and everything is working out great, that's a lie. I try to push through it. I get taken to a lot of stuff. I get angry about a lot of stuff. But I just be like, I can't focus on that. One, I can't keep on focus on the negatives no more because it's affecting me in my body now. That's what I realized. Two, it's too much other stuff to focus on. People don't want to get themselves together that's around me. I changed, my circle is very small. I changed a lot of people within this, over the summer and this year. I was just having this conversation with a friend. If you're doing the same stuff we used to do when we were younger, I step back. I'm 40 years old, and I'm proud to be 40. I'm not younger no more. I'm not a partier. I wasn't really a partier when I was younger, but I'm talking about as you get older, you should gain more wisdom, and your mindset should be different, and that's biblical. As you get older, you shouldn't still be blaming your past and what you went through. As everybody knows, I've stated real quickly, me and my mother have a broken relationship right now. But I'm not sitting here blaming my mother for how I react or how I'm acting. I let that relationship be what it is until it cultivates to something else only God knows. And then I just keep on pushing forward. I just got back from friends with my best friend, Maddie, of 25 years that I did a podcast on 2 years ago. And we was not talking for probably 4 years. And we got back together like it was nothing. She's still a part of my life. I still have to cultivate. In those 4 years we had a pause, because basically that's what it was. I still cultivated a lot of stuff. I have a goddaughter from her, 2 beautiful niece, and so I cultivate my relationships with them. I'm very close with my goddaughter and my niece. They're very close with my son. That's their auntie and their uncle. That's what I'm saying. Your new has to be something that you actually want to change. If I was still the same person from 4 years ago, I could have never welcomed Maddie back. I love her. She loves me. But I had to change some things about myself. She has some things about her. That's just what you do. And then you cultivate, you elevate. Okay. I'm teaching my son now to put up boundaries with his friends and his friends mostly. Lord. Having a teenager son and trying to teach him how to put up boundaries because he's so sweet, and my son let a lot of people walk over him. But he's going to get it. He learned it. But that's new for him. Anything that's new ain't going to be always easy. It might be a challenge, but it might be the challenge that you need. Always remember that. Anything that's new is not necessarily always easy. It may be the challenge that you need. With that being said, this is the Breakthrough Podcast. I love you guys for taking a pause with me, coming back with me, taking a break with me. I love what I do. I love doing this. We're going to pray in the future. And I come back and say, I got my first paid client. I'm speaking it. It's going to happen. How? I don't know. It could happen through my job. It could happen through people I know. It could happen on here. I believe it and I speak it. And so I am ready for my new. Because I'm preparing for it. Just that simple. Are you preparing for your new? Whatever that is. Thank you. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.